7th
Yeah.
to 10th. And we've
Uh,
got Brighton, Bournemouth, Tottenham. Now we're looking for Villa, Newcastle, Man U, Arsenal.
I I'm gonna put. Well, I think I'm gonna put Tottenham there. I'm gonna vote for
No, we've
Tottenham.
already got Tottenham. We've
No,
got
we didn't.
Tottenham,
We didn't.
Brighton, and Bournemouth.
Oh, we didn't. Did you? Everybody vote for Tottenham to be there? I think so. Well, if that's the case, then we put him up there. That's fine, no problem. There you go. That is Tottenham there with Bournemouth and Brighton. I think they're gonna probably. I don't know if
Yeah,
they're gonna be above Brighton though.
I think they probably will be.
Done.
Okay, there you go. You're back, mate.
Finally,
Uh,
yeah.
so,
Fantastic.
so what do you think then? Before we get into keep doing the predictions. What do you make of this whole situation, man? Isak is not
I
helping himself.
think, you know what? I'm so disappointed, not about being a rival, but, I just don't like the way that, the way he's been treated by Newcastle fan. He's just heroic. Like, this guy's been treated like a legend. He's been, like, Newcastle fans are very, very passionate fans. They're just passionate. And when they take you into their heart, they love you. They've done everything for this guy. They've made it like, okay, fair enough, he's become a great player, but sometimes there's a way of how to respect football clubs, especially if the fan base have taken it so much for you. Like, I know if you want to leave, there's a way that you have to behave. I think I've been very, very disappointed. And a lot of football fans are disappointed the way he's treated Newcastle. Because you're looking at that. If you're treating a football club that gave you everything, like gave you the love, gave you what your name was. I know he was playing at Red Sociedad, but he didn't have this big name. Isaac was not this big name. He was with Odegaard and Kubo at Real Sociedad. He came into Newcastle as unproven player. Yeah, Newcastle fan took him to the heart, and Eddie Howe took him as a striker. And many times, no matter when he didn't score, they kept playing him. And the fact that they unveiled that big, big banner, Alexander the Great, it shows how much they love him. They just love him. And that city, I've been to that city, Newcastle. Like, it's a great city. These people love football. They love football. How they used to love the players like David Ginola, the Faustino Asprilla, but the back of Alan Shearer, Rob Lee and all. They're just passionate fans. And I think it's a kick in the teeth
Yeah.
to Newcastle fans. And he's lucky Newcastle fans are not any other fan base, because a lot of fan base would have come out for him. Like, you're a disgrace, you're pathetic. But Liverpool have got these media darlings who are not calling him out for that. They
Yeah.
keep saying, oh, he wants to leave, he's missing training, and they're promoting this behavior for Liverpool. And Liverpool fans are hypocrites. I find them they're hypocrites because when Luis Suarez wanted to leave, they're the first one that didn't want Luis Suarez to leave. When Steven Gerrard wanted to leave at one point to Chelsea, they threatened Steven Gerrard. So they're hypocrites completely. Now, and I believe that the way that he's behaved is a disgrace. He's lucky. Eddie Howe is a nice manager. He's very lucky. Eddie Howe is a very calm manager. If you had a manager like Antonio Conte or Mourinho, they would have absolutely belted him in the interviews. They would have
Yeah.
they would have punished him. They would have
Yeah.
belted his name completely. Eddie Howe's just a nice guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
they ask him in an interview, do you know he's in Spain? He's a nice guy. He's not gonna expose his player. But he's seen how he's disrespected his player Isaac has disrespected the football club. And I'll give you an example. We wanted Bruno Guimaraes 2 seasons ago. Yeah? And there was talks about Man City want Bruno Guimaraes. And I remember, family, I never saw any of these players push out for a move like this. They never missed
No.
training.
It's
Yeah?
unheard of. It's unheard of, really.
Livramento, we're linked with him. He hasn't said, I want to leave, whatever it is. They've come out that if the club sells them, fine. If the club doesn't sell them, they want to continue the project. But I think Isaac, what I want by Newcastle, I want Newcastle. Like, I think the future of Newcastle depends on this as a fan, because we had a similar situation with Carlos Tevez. Like, Carlos Tevez tried to kick off after the Bayern Munich game when he didn't want to come on, and Mancini told him to sit on the bench and he didn't want to play. And Mancini said, "You're not playing." Then he missed training, and then he absconded. And City, fine, okay, fine. And he said he wants to leave. And City said, okay, fine, we'll see. He absconded. We fined him. He got fined nearly £10 million. He thought he was going to get paid. And City said, okay, fine, you can leave, but we'll fine you for the wages. And they fined him a total of £10 million. They dealt him the right way. And he had to come back and apologize. I think What is so dangerous about this situation is I'm looking at the Newcastle try. I hate this the rule. This PSR rule is a fraud. Because I just think this rule was been made to punish clubs like Newcastle, or if an owner comes and takes over Palace, like they cannot continue to build into a great project. And I'm sorry to say, there has to be a limit. These clubs have set up a rule where any club that tries to grow cannot grow and compete with them. So it becomes a non-competitive league. We're
Yeah,
lucky we've made it before the rules made, and Chelsea have made it before the rules made. But Newcastle are being punished for this, and they're the victims for this. And unfortunately, this rule, it's affecting Newcastle. I think it's an absurd rule. I think
yeah,
a rule that I think if you allowed Newcastle to suspend, we are lucky. We want to make the Premier League the best league in the world. You want to bring the best players in the world in this league. At one point, we used to watch Italian league having the best players in the league. Yes or no? We used to watch
Yeah,
in the 90s.
absolutely.
They had everyone: Zinedine Zidane, Edgar David,
yeah.
Batistuta,